Here you go. Here we go. Night 2 starts off with a battle of the behemoths. Okay, it is a clash of titans, and there's the strut, baby. 4 minutes, 46 seconds, and let me tell you this. We were 10s across the board. Everybody in this room was a full 10, and I got to tell you right now, before I give you the other guys, I'm a 10. I'm still a 10.
This was standing on 10. We 10 toes down.
Standing on 10. 10 toes down. Joe was a 10. He brought it down to an 8. Okay. And Lex was a 10, and he wrote 9.5. I got to find out what that 0.5 was all about. But
yeah,
listen, this was exactly what it needed to be. I don't think it was. We said it on the podcast. This is not. They don't work by the hour here. This was going to be quick. It was going to be fast. Everyone with a brain in their head knew what it was, and we don't need to go blow for blow because everyone saw what it was, and it was a great performance by both guys. As far as the storytelling of Brock, just couldn't keep this guy down. He hit him with all the normal big stuff, and Oba would just eat him through everything, and then eventually hit him with the big move, the fall from grace, 1, 2, 3, power bomb. If it had ended there, I would have still been on my 10 because this is the kind of shit we always say that we need to do to get a guy over, right? This kind of how many guys have done this?
Please don't do this often or try to, but this is a very unique moment in time.
Yeah, how many guys have done this job to Brock, right? To push Brock up, to get him elevated, and now Brock doing it for Oba. It was an amazing thing. And then, out of nowhere, he's sitting in the ring, and I start seeing a level of emotion from Brock Lesnar I have never seen. And I first saw Brock Lesnar in 2002, and it is 2026, so 24 years. I have never seen this level of emotion out of him in my life. This dude was so emotional, his face got beet red, and he starts taking off the boots. And did you hear the pop when he sat down and he's like started fucking with his laces? And
I was screaming.
They were like, no, not you two. Don't leave me. Oh my God. And he starts taking off the stuff and he's getting emotional and it's a whole thing. And you know what? The first time he left us was in 2004. And it was at the Garden. And of course, it's New York. So it's, fuck you, Lesnar. They're letting him have it. And he flips him off. And it ended poorly. And then he went off and did all the shit that he did, and he came back to a nice applause. And then it was still very up and down. People didn't like the fact that he kept taking breaks. He wasn't a real champion, despite being champion for like 400 and something days. And so, like, Brock has always had a love-hate relationship with fans. But over the last few years, we've seen kind of a change in his demeanor. He's high-fiving fans. He's shaking babies' hands. He's wearing the cowboy hat. We saw Boombox Brock for a little while doing some stuff. He's kind of had a change in heart. And I think it counts for something because the minute those boots came off and the gloves came off and he started doing the wave, he got a standing ovation. He didn't get a pop. He didn't get a loud. Everyone just stood up and applauded. And they were saying, "Thank you, Lesnar." And you could tell that the love was affecting him because he kept saying, "Thank you. Thank you. It means so much to me. Thank you. Thank you." And he threw up the X, by the way, which is being interpreted different ways. I know in wrestling, the X from a referee means an injury. This is real. And I think that's the way I'd like to think of it, that he was looking at Paul in that moment and letting him know, now it's a shoot. Yeah, this is it.
I'm done.
Paul got emotional, and it was a whole thing. And me and Steph were looking at the TV, and we're just like, did he just fucking do that? And now we're hearing from people behind the scenes that they didn't know he was going to do that. There's like one or two people in production that They kept it on him for a reason.
didn't know he was gonna do that.
There were like a handful of people that he confided in. That's why the camera shot the way that it was, because they were ready
Yeah.
to do it.
Paul didn't know that shit was happening.
It didn't look like Paul knew, and it looked.
I'm wrong.
Yeah.
He made it very clear, though. It was his emotion.
And there was a lot of people apparently in the locker room that tweeted like, "What's happening? What is this?" Like, there was a lot of confused fucking faces.
Mhm.
But my wife brought up a good point. She said, "Didn't you bring up on the podcast that you've been hearing about the possibilities of a retirement?" And I think I even asked the question on the show. I think it was to Joe, where it was like, how do you start to build that? Like, how do you start slowing him down? Because he's been so pushed for so long. He's been so protected for so long. How do you start to break that down into a retirement? And I guess the answer is you don't. You keep him on top all the way through. He does one big gigantic gesture and he rides off into the sunset, because that's what he did. As opposed to taking several losses in a row and putting guys over.
Well, the dope thing to me too is that my brain kept going back to the records broken, the smashing Cena, the Undertaker WrestleMania thing, all the accolades that he had. And when I brought that up, it was brought up that, he has taken L's, like even to Roman and stuff like that too. But to me, obviously, I didn't know what was happening. This makes that more special, because you're not just the guy who beat him. You retired him.
Yeah.
So now you say whatever you want about whoever beat him before or after those moments have happened. This, to me, solidifies a passing of that torch. Yeah. This is our new Brock Lesnar.
Did you hear what they were calling him? They were saying that he was the new next big thing. He was the new. I don't know if anybody else caught it. A few people did. I saw some memes for it. When the match was over, Oba's the winner. But when the match was over, he got his hand raised and then he left.
He immediately. I think he was one of the few who knew what was going to happen. He might have,
because after he got left,
out instantly.
He got out instantly. He got out of the ring and he turned around. I'm going to back up a little bit so you can see it. He turned around, looked at Lesnar, and went, "Hats off to you, sir. Thank you so much for what you just did." And he turned around and he changed his
life. All his hard work
changed his life forever. Yep.
Today, his life starts today. That moment, massive.
One win over Brock Lesnar. He's now a main event player. Right now, he's a main event player.
And it's the way they stacked it. The fact that the match is 4 minutes and 46 seconds. Like,
yeah,
perfection. Absolute perfect. If
you have
one shot, you got one opportunity to do something at this level, at this caliber, with this person, with this talent, with that guy who you're putting all your chips in.
Yeah.
They fucking nailed it, dude.
They nailed it. And then the cherry on the Sunday, they opened Raw the next night with the entrance.
Yep.
And he just sits in the ring.
Mm-hmm.
Remember what I said earlier about the no ego process of it? It's WrestleMania. You just beat Brock Lesnar. You think you'd have your moment there. He said, no, Lesnar's moment. I'll get my moment tomorrow. And he stood in the ring and he listened to that building just shower him with love. And all he said is the ruler has arrived. And that's
Done.
it. Boom. Get
Done.
the fuck out. That's it.
Get the fuck out. And I'll tell you what. Those WrestleMania green belts, I want one of them motherfuckers. Those shit look sick, dude.
Did you
so
see
good
when Roman did the press conference at the end, the post show? Mm-hmm. He was sitting down and they were asking him questions and they were chanting, "Oba's gonna kill you."
He said, "This card is bipolar as fuck."
I love his response. Did you see Roman's respond to it?
He killed that interview. He said,
"Oh, you gonna kill me?" He's "That's what you gonna do? You gonna kill me?" He said, "Hey man, you did a big thing tonight, big thing, but I've done that many times."
Let's see how you hold up through the summer. That's it. Let's see. Listen. We are, and now it all makes sense. All the Roman coming back, putting the belt back on Roman saying he's going to go for. This is all making sense. We are about to pass another torch on Oba. We need to build it. And Roman is coming to do the job, and he's coming to work Now, the thing I fucking love about Roman is nothing is solidified. So if you come in here and fucking bomb, I'm going over. I believe that to be true. I think when you are with Roman, if you are not delivering, they will pull the trigger. I don't think it's gonna happen. He's gonna be fine, but I that's how I feel about him, which is why I love the comment. Let's see what you do through the summer. Let's see if you can keep it up. Because if you can, then we gonna work. If not,
let's go. Yeah, you gotta earn that shit. Goes on to the next one, my guy.
I've done that many times. That's a Tuesday, my man.
Yeah,
I did that shit before I hit the gym, bro. What is you talking about?
So officially for us here on this show, despite years of doing so, it appears that this will be the last review that we ever have of a Brock Lesnar match. So, sir, a tip of the cap to you, sir. A job well done. A job well done.
That's fucking awesome.